Come say hi, baby. Hi. I don't know who can hear me. Hang on. I gotta get you on my computer too. Let's see. Oh, says I'm live on here. Oh, I think I'm working. Oh, yay. Okay, good. So my earbud made a funny noise. So if I disappear, I think that maybe one died. So if I lose sound, just let me know. And oh, I think you can hear me twice. Full screen. Need to see the comments. If you're in here, say hi. Live chat. I see people popping up. We've got Lize. Is that how you say your name? Lize? Lize Taylor. Hi. Brenda. Hi. Alec. Hi. Who else is in here? Say hi, friends. Ah, yay. Brandy, what's up? So glad you're here. I have to admit, I'm a little disheveled today, and I will tell you why. It's quite the story. We've had quite the day, and we, meaning Ella and I. Where is my baby? Come here, Bubba. Come say hi. I'll tell the story super quick while people are still coming on. Come on, honey. So poor Ella. Look at her. She looks so sad today because she did. She had a really rough day. And Ella's my dog-ter, like a daughter. She's my little everything. So, anyways, Ella has a double coat and she has never been groomed before. So I made her an appointment to get groomed today. We went to one stop. We had Taylor. She was wonderful. Ella was a little bit nervous about it. Hi, Natasha. And I left her and she got groomed and she looks beautiful. She even got this beautiful bandana. It's fantastic. But anyways, it was a little traumatic for her because it was all new. And anytime we do something new for any of us, right? Even Ella, it's hard. And, you know, anyways, long story short, next part of the story, the porch has an outdoor seating section right next door to the grooming place. And I picked her up. We went on the patio. I was drinking coffee, doing some work. I was settling in. It was going to be great. She was going to hang out with me. So then this guy, he joins the patio and he has a Bernese Mountain Dog poodle mix, twice the size of Ella. And his dog is twice the age of Ella. He goes, "Oh, is your dog friendly?" And I was like, "Yeah." So they meet, they do their sniff sniff, and I can tell Ella's just like a little unsure. And they go their separate ways. Ella stays with me and sits, and then his dog is like two tables away, sitting with him. The guy seemed fine, whatever. So then the guy looks at me, he's like, "Hey, can I give your dog a little piece of this extra meat I have?" I'm like, "Sure, why not?" So as he throws the meat to Ella, his dog sees that meat and goes with it and is apparently food aggressive and didn't want Ella to have that piece of meat. So his dog literally attacks Ella and is like got her pinned, like biting the crap out of her. And I'm like, yelling, telling her to get off, and the dog's not getting off. So we take a risk, right? I grabbed his dog, pulled his dog off. Luckily, I didn't get bit, but took a chance and went into old like dog mom mode and saved my dog. He goes, "Oh my God, I didn't know my dog was food aggressive." And I was like, "Cool." He's like, "Is your dog okay?" I was like, checking her out. Yeah, she's fine. I'm like shaking, fight or flight mode, right? Adrenaline. And he grabs his dog by the leash and goes and sits back down. Nothing happened. I was like, that sucked. So I'm sitting there just like, so then his family of like six people comes up to me because I'm at one of the bigger tables because I was going to do work. And they go, hi, would you mind trading tables with us? And I was like, I did a big sigh. And they're like, oh, never mind. was like, oh God, okay. So I had a point with all of this, and it was going to be a really good one. Uh, I think the point was you never know what's going to happen, and you have to either react or adapt. And the point was going to be I didn't settle back into getting work done, and I was very frustrated by that because my adrenaline was very high. And sometimes you have to figure out how to get yourself out of a funk, right? To be able to do the things you need to do, such as exercise, such as coming to this class, such as trying something new. And so I was like, how am I going to get back to working? I am like, whew, that was a lot of adrenaline. So I literally had to consciously do some of the breathing techniques I teach all of you. And then I took a shower. I'm like, okay, I gotta wash this all away. And then I said to myself, I literally had to say out loud, when I'm done with this shower, I need to go sit down and get back to work and settle back in. So sometimes it takes so much intention to get something done and be productive. And sometimes like your nervous system might be so active and like just again, like I'm all worked up about the story. Um, that you have to find ways to stop a pattern, stop your nervous system from feeling a certain way to do what you need to do. So I want to relate that to health and wellness. Sometimes, you're stuck in a habit or a pattern or something you're doing and you don't know how to get out of it. You don't even know you're aware like that you have to get out of it. You have to consciously come up with a plan and act on it. So that was how I wanted to connect my day to all of you today. Oh, yes. Oh, thanks, Brandy. I know it was really traumatic. Poor Ella. So, anyways, she's feeling pretty rough today. I feel bad for her. Anyways, on happier news, it's Tuesday. We're here, we're together. I'm glad you're all here. And we're going to continue our pelvic floor and core work. And today we're going to progress a little bit to a more functional movement at the very end of class. And I'm going to teach you how to squat. Squatting is one of the most functional things you do. Do you ever sit on a toilet? Do you ever sit on a chair? Do you ever get up from a chair, get up from the toilet? So, squatting is one of the most important exercises you can learn to do. So, we're going to incorporate how to get your core and your pelvic floor to activate during squats. So, you can start learning how to do that with your daily activity. So, that's kind of cool. And if you're someone going to the gym, you can start incorporating that into that time too. So, anyways, I'm going to keep talking, but let's get started. I want you all on your back. We're going to start with our breathing technique. So, lay on your back, knees are bent. And you know how to do this. We're going to do our deep breathing to get our pelvic floor and our core activated. All right. So, just a reminder for anyone who's new, if you're not new and you're feeling experienced, just jump right into your deep breathing where you inhale, relax, exhale, contract everything. But on our big inhale, it's a 360 breath. Your rib cage expands in all directions, forward, out to the side. Okay. Hopefully, we're back. Someone let me know we're back. Said it disconnected. So, when you inhale, get big, turn into a barrel. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Inhale, relax everything. Pelvic floor drops away, melts away. Really relax it. Be intentional in that part. And on your exhale, you're going to do a mini Kegel. Oh, guys. Having a rough day. I think my earbuds just died too. Keep your breathing. Problem solving everything. Pull it all up and in. Inhale, get really big. Exhale. Really contract your deep core, pull your belly button towards your spine. Inhale. Exhale, pull it all up and in. Pelvic floor, blueberry coming up. Remember the blueberry? Beautiful work. One more intentional big inhale. Exhale, pull it all up and in. Okay, now I want you to lie on your side. We're gonna do our open and our close book. So that's when your knees are bent, your arms are out in front of you. Oops. None of you are telling me that I've disappeared, so hopefully we're still good. All right, we talked about ribs last week. We talked about how important it is that those ribs are mobile. So this is how we start moving those ribs in a rotation way, because your ribs and your mid-back are your rotation area. So open up big, get that big stretch, your eyes and your head go with it. Oh man, big crack in my low back. Close the book. Repeat that 5 times total. Do it on your own time. Big inhale, really extend and reach those fingertips away from each other. Close the book. Inhale, big open. Close it, one more, big one. Make it your best one, stretch everything out. Really rotate, think about your ribs being the leaders, not your shoulders. And close the book. Roll onto your other side. 5 on your other side. Big open, big inhale, close it, exhale, big inhale, open, exhale, close, big inhale, open, rotate through that rib cage and close, one more, big open, exhale, close, excellent, pop up onto your hands and knees, we're gonna do cat-cow. For those of you who cannot be on your hands and knees, you can do this in a sitting position. Pretend I'm in a chair. You're gonna arch your back in the same way that I'm gonna show you right now, but you're sitting in a chair. So the cat-cow, hands are under your shoulders, knees are under your hips. You're going to exhale into cat, inhale into cow. Drop your spine between your shoulder blades, lengthen the top of your head up. Exhale into cat, really arch your back. Inhale into cow, drop your spine in between your shoulder blades. Reach your chin up high. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Do it at your rhythm and your pattern. Really get that movement all the way from your neck. So you're dropping your head with cat, let it be heavy. Tucking your tail under. Inhale, cow, big arch in the back. Spine drops between your shoulder blades, lift your head up. One more each direction. Beautiful, you're all doing amazing. Okay, join me on your back again. Knees are bent. We're gonna do an isometric oblique exercise. This one is new. I'm pretty sure we have not done this one yet. This is a good one, I like this. We're adding some rotation. We're gonna get some oblique activation. Your obliques are the muscles that run from your rib cage down to your pelvis. You have your external and your internal, and they help you rotate. And when they contract isometrically, or concurrently, each side at the same time, then you get some stability. So you're gonna be on your back. Knees are gonna start bent. What you're gonna do now is you're going to lift your left knee, take your right hand, and meet them together. Now, they're gonna get in a little battle with each other. Your knee is gonna be pushing up, your hand is gonna be pushing down, but nothing is going to move. You're gonna inhale, and then on your exhale, push into each other. And then let's alternate. Then you're gonna put that leg down. You're gonna lift your right knee, left hand meets your right knee. Exhale, push into each other. Inhale, switch. Exhale, push into each other. Oh, that's a good one. Rib cage, you should feel that coming in. Inhale, switch. Exhale, push hand into knee. Inhale, release. Exhale, meet the knee and the hand, push into each other. Inhale, release. Exhale into the other one. Keep going at your breathing speed. Let's do 2 more on each side. Push, really get in a battle with each other. Feel that core pushing into each other and contracting. Switch. Ooh, yeah, I'm feeling it. I hope y'all are feeling it too. That was a good one. So simple, but so engaging.
and such a great way to translate over to function. We do stuff like this all the time, and you need to stabilize to do things in your environment and interact and move. All right, beautiful job. All right, next what we're gonna do is we're gonna move into our bridge exercise, but we're gonna make it a little more challenging today, a little more core engagement. And again, the bridge, without making it super challenging, is this motion. Now a reminder, it's the hip joint doing all the work. It's not your spine. It's not just your pelvis rotating. It is the hip joint, the ball and socket going in a rotation. So once you're locked into place with your spine, lower one vertebrae down at a time. Your glutes are your prime mover. These big, massive muscles are moving your pelvis up, and then they're lengthening but staying engaged as you lower down. Okay, so that's the simplest version of this. The challenging version today is going to be, you're going to lift on your exhale, pelvic floor comes in, core tight, and you're going to lift one leg up, bring it down with control without letting anything move. Lift the other leg up, lower down slow. Inhale, reset, exhale, lift. One leg up, other leg up, down slow, one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, reset. Exhale, squeeze your glutes, lift your pelvis up. Again, not too high, we're not doing a back exercise, we're getting the glutes to fire. One leg up, and the other one. Lower down slow. Inhale, reset. Exhale, lift. Let's do 3 more on your time, okay? Inhale, reset. Exhale, lift, pull the core in, pelvic floor in, march one leg up, then the other. Be as stable as possible. Your goal is not to move anything in here when you're marching in place. 2 more. Exhale, lift. March, strong pelvis. 1 more, make it your best one. Exhale, lift. Beautiful. Whew. Okay. Good stability challenge. All right, next one, we're gonna do our modified side plank with a little bit of a clamshell in it. So again, a little bit more challenging than last week, a little more complex. Movements are compounding. That's what function is. All right, so you're going to be on your side. Your elbow is directly under your shoulder. Your knees are bent on top of each other. We'll do a regular modified side plank first, where you exhale, lift up as high as you can. Don't be rounded forward. Your spine is in alignment with your pelvis. Go back down. Okay? That's the first version. Second version, to make it a little more challenging, on your exhale, lift. Feet stay together. Let's do 5 clamshells. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lower down. Inhale, reset. Exhale, lift up, side plank. 5 clamshells with control. Again, it's just a rotation happening at your thigh. You're not rounding your pelvis to get more range of motion. See that difference there? So really think about this little tiny butt muscle, the piriformis or that sciatica area. Those muscles are squeezing to rotate your thigh. Lower down, inhale to reset. Exhale, lift up. Squeeze, lift that pelvis up to the ceiling. Your obliques are working hard. Clamshell 5 times. We're gonna do 2 more on this side and then we'll switch. Lower down, big inhale. Exhale, lift. Again, you're in control here. If you need to regress and just lift and lower, you can do that. That's okay. 1 more, inhale, reset. Exhale, lift. Clamshell. Roll onto your other side. You're gonna do 5 lifts with 5 clamshells. I'm gonna check the comments while you all get situated. I don't see any comments. That's probably a good thing, but sometimes the Facebook lags a little bit. Okay. We got, looks like there's like 7 of you in here. That's cool. Hi, everyone. Continue to say hi if you're jumping in. And don't be afraid to jump right in. Get right on that floor and dive right in. Okay, side plank. Exhale, lift. Squeeze that oblique. 5 clamshells. Inhale, reset. Exhale, lift. I think that's, do I see Tessa's name? How bad are my eyes? Are they good? Hi, Tessa. Lower down. Exhale, lift. 5 clamshells. Really isolate that glute and that piriformis area, the external rotators doing the clamshell work. Lower down, inhale, reset. Exhale, lift. And if I can count correctly, I think we have 1 more, or I have 1 more. Again, you're working on your time frame and your breaths. Ooh, this is a good one today. I am making you all work. All right, next we're gonna do a glute lift on a hands and knees position, quadruped. Let me make some space here. Okay, so this is a little bit more complex than what we've done. Main goal is you're gonna be pushing the ground away with your hands so you're active in your shoulders, no collapsing into your shoulders. So get set there. You have a gentle belly button tuck. Spine is neutral, so not super arched in either direction, okay? And then what you're gonna do now is you're gonna lift your leg up straight behind you, being really conscious of not overextending through your spine to do that. And you're gonna take that straight leg, you're gonna reach all the way out to the outside, so if it's your left leg, all the way out to the left, and then all the way to the right, crossing over the back. And then you're going to go all the way out to the left, all the way to the right. Now, the big thing here is you're trying to keep your spine from moving and rotating so that the motion is mostly coming from your hip joint. You're gonna get a little bit of a side bend, and that's okay. But the cue here is you're not arching too much in either direction. You're keeping that spine stable and neutral. But it can do this little side bend. Keep that leg nice and straight and high. Hands are pushing the ground away. Being active in your shoulders. Let's do 4 more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Phew! Okay, switch legs. We're gonna shoot for 10 on this other leg as well. So again, reset yourself. Make sure your hands are under your shoulders. You're active through your hands. Maybe your fingertips are gripping the ground. You have your belly button pulled in towards your spine. Not too much so you're really tucked under. And then not loosey-goosey so you're in this arched position, nice and neutral. Leg out to the side. And then tap it left and right with control. Every time you tap out to the far side, like out here, that's 1 repetition, okay? Keep it nice and high, glute engaged. That's 5, for me, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 more, 10. Whew. Okay. Now that area is all warmed up. Beautiful. All right, so next we are going to go over the fundamentals of a squat. Well, in 5 to 10 minutes, I will do my best to go over it. I think it deserves more time, but we will pick up next week and continue building on the topic of how to squat, because I think what would be really important is learning what areas of your body need to be more mobile to give the opportunity of the areas that need to be more stable to be stable. Because sometimes what happens if you have stiffness in the areas that should be mobile during squatting, you're actually going to translate other areas to be more mobile, and that's where we have deficits and impairments. So a quick example is when you squat, your hip joints need to rotate in the ball and socket. If there's stiffness in there or restriction, you're gonna have to find mobility in other places. And oftentimes that translates up the chain at the pelvis, at the SI joint where the sacrum meets the pelvis, or the lumbar spine, the low back. So it's really important that we address areas that are tight or stiff so that the other areas can be stabilizing like they're supposed to. So for sake of tonight, we're just gonna jump into learning the squat and learning how to activate the core and the pelvic floor at different points of the squat. So let's all stand up if you're not already. Let me just make sure you can see me. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a couple squats so you can kind of see the technique. Now, it's really important that you learn your body, because some people are gonna feel more comfortable with a shoulder width stance, while some people are going to have to go wider. Now, how do you know what you need? You're gonna maybe feel it once I start talking and showing you how my body reacts to closer or more or wider. So my more preferred squat position is slightly wider than my shoulder width, and my toes point out slightly. I don't know if you can see them. Probably like 10 degrees out, okay? And then I'll turn to the side so you can see me. So to initiate a squat, a lot of people think you have to lead with your knees, okay? If I led with my knees, that's what it looks like. Ugh. Kind of hard, not comfortable, knees are stressed, ankles couldn't handle it. But if I lead with my pelvis and really sit back and the movement starts from here, it's gonna be much better, easier, and you're gonna use your glutes more, and your core will be more stable. So when you initiate your squat, I want you to think about your pelvis being the leader, not your knees. Your knees will follow after. So you're gonna start sitting back like there's a chair behind you, and you see how my knees follow? So we're bending at the waist or the pelvis here, and the knees follow, okay? So you're gonna really sit back into it, and your glutes are stretching, your quads are stretching. So just like pelvic floor and deep core, when you inhale, these muscles are getting elastic property like a rubber band, they're stretched. Now you can squeeze them to come back up. So quads and glutes are big and important during the squat. Okay, so let's just find those to start. Really think about your quads and your glutes firing. They should be equal. Some people are like, I don't feel my glutes. It's like, okay, that's okay. So let them lengthen. Feel that length happen in your glutes. Okay, right now they're nice and lengthened, then squeeze from here. Again, your pelvis is the leader. So you should be really squeezing from here and thinking about the pelvis coming up and forward. It's not like, so if I'm here, don't think about going straight up. You want to think about the pelvis going up and forward like an airplane takes off, not an elevator. Does that make sense? So pelvis goes up and forward like an airplane. So then let's add in breathing, pelvic floor, and core. As you go down, you're going to inhale. So big inhale, everything's lengthening. As you come up, you're going to exhale, pull the pelvic floor and core in, as well as glutes and quads. So you can see why this is something that had to be trained later in our course here, because it's kind of complicated. All of these different joints and muscles activating now. So inhale on the way down, let everything lengthen. Exhale, squeeze, and pull everything up and in. Now, this is really important. At the top, don't swing through, okay? This posture right here with my knees locked down and my pelvis really far forward, I'm exaggerating it. But basically, you're not doing active muscle engagement. You're hanging out on all your joints and ligaments. It's passive. So if you find yourself standing like this during the day too, get out of that, start over. If Feel the ground underneath you. Be like in gravity and gripping the ground and feeling more engaged. You don't want to be hanging out on ligaments all the time. Like, this is not good. It's going to cause some problems. So my point with that is, after you go down in your squat, you're going to squeeze, come all the way up, come back to neutral. So I didn't lock out my knees, didn't swing my pelvis forward, found neutral, athletic stance. Lower down, inhale, exhale, pull everything up and in. I'll turn so you can see me this direction. Oh, I'll show you what it looks like when I'm really narrow, okay? So this is a really narrow squat, okay? And then here's my preferred stance based on my mechanics. I can go way lower with more range of motion. Cool. Here's my narrow one. It's hard for me to, look how much I have to counterbalance with my hands when I'm so narrow. Whereas when I go wide, much easier for me. Now, the reason I have to go wider is because I have a longer femur to a tibia ratio. So if I'm really narrow, this long bone here has a long way to go to sit down. And that's why I have to collapse way forward with my trunk to get that range of motion and balance. But when I go wider, it shortens the distance that my upper trunk has to go to get down into this. But when I'm here, I have to sit way, 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 way back. You see that difference in how I can go? So play around with that with you too. Like, find the right distance for you and your body mechanics. That's why when people teach squats in an arbitrary way, it's not always the most beneficial. Because yeah, everyone's body's a little different. All right, any comments? So I'm gonna keep talking you through that. I want you all to do 5 more squats, as long as you're not dying and hating me. But you're gonna inhale on the way down, feel the length. Exhale, pull everything up and in. Inhale down. Exhale, pull everything up and in. 3 more, come on. Inhale down. Exhale, squeeze your glutes, quads, come on up. Inhale down. Exhale, squeeze, pull everything up and in. 1 more, give me your best squat. Inhale down. Exhale, pull everything up and in. Glutes. Now, I'm curious. Get on your phones or your computer or whatever you're here. Tell me where you were feeling it the most. Are you glute dominant? Are you quad dominant? Did you not feel anything? Did your back feel it? Like, where were you all feeling the squat? That's important. Because we can make every exercise intentional. I could put you in a position or tell you what to focus on to make it so your quads do all the work. I could put you in a position, tell you what to focus on, and get your glutes to do most of the work. So curiosity is, where do you feel it? And maybe you have to do a couple more to tune in. But let me know in the comments. Tell me what y'all are feeling. Angela, oh, low back. Yeah, okay. You're back dominant. So what that tells me is, I'll go over that real quick. Maybe you're too narrow and you can't sit down into it a little more. So go a little wider, okay? And then as you sit back, I want you to make sure you're not overarching to initiate, okay? So again, I did say the pelvis leads, but you don't want to get into a duck position, because as soon as you do that, your low back is just fired right up, okay? So neutral, and the motion is the ball and socket, like you're rotating from here, not here. Twerking. So funny the things I do without realizing it. So again, lock yourself in here, sit down into it. Maybe you don't go as low. Start small, and then as you come up, squeeze the glutes and come up to neutral. Don't swing through. And when you're here, try not to lean back. Like some of us will want to initiate a squat. Like if it gets really heavy for me when I'm doing squats at the gym, I do kind of lift through my back a little bit too. So you want to make sure that it's here. You're driving up and forward with your pelvis.
It's the same movement as a bridge, but standing. That's why I teach people how to bridge. Brenda got her glutes, Natasha got her glutes, because she worked them out earlier. Ooh, Tessa's even between quads and glutes. Yes, that's cool. Very good. Angela, hopefully that demonstration and explanation made sense, and you can kind of play around with finding the glutes. Okay. Tessa gave some good advice. She said, what helps her the most is trying to remember to keep her back straight and pretending to sit. Yes. So if you're brand new and you're really struggling, physically put a chair behind you and think about tapping your butt on the chair, like if I had a chair, and then coming back up. That's actually a really helpful tip and good advice. Thank you, Tessa. Very, very good. Good job, everyone. So yeah, that's how we start incorporating your core and your pelvic floor into functional movements. So in the meantime, until we can continue training through this programming, what I want you to remember is that you're going to exhale on the exertion part of any exercise. That is a good rule of thumb and carries over most of the time. Excuse me. So for the squat, inhale down, exhale on the squeezing. Exhale when all the muscles are shortening and coming up and in. So as you lower, your muscles are lengthening, creating that rubber band elastic property so that they can squeeze, and exhale to come back up. Tessa learned it. You're so sweet. I've missed you. I'm so glad you're here, Miss Tessa. I am so glad you just said that to me, because that is my goal for everybody, is that you become a teacher. You get to share your knowledge and you get to tell people how to do things, because if you can teach it, then you know it. So I love you all, but my goal for you is that you don't need me. You're so competent and so strong and so knowledgeable about your body and attuned that you don't need me. Like, that's my goal. And I think, yeah, some people are like, no, I want you to keep coming back to me forever. No, you're gonna go off on your own and be amazing. So I'm glad you all are here. I'm glad you took time for yourselves tonight to do this for you, to better your body, to feel good, to be part of this little community that I have every Tuesday. It makes me feel so good. Natasha says, thank you for the class. It's offered a lot of reassurance with workouts and form. Yay! And we're going to keep progressing that. So each week, like I said, like the squat was our first compound movement, and we're going to kind of build into that and get even more into it. And eventually, hopefully by the last class, we'll be able to do like plyometric stuff and get your core and pelvic floor to do quick contractions during like jumping, skipping, hopping, running. So hopefully by then, if I progress in the right way, we'll get to that. But if we don't, then I'll just tack on some extra classes at the end. As long as you all keep showing up, I will keep doing this. Anywho, some quick reminders, shirts for sale. Would love to see more people in the community wearing these. I had a really fun story. Someone told me she went to the gym wearing the shirt, and she walked in and someone at the desk said, oh my God, Kayla. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool that this little logo is now an identity piece for me. So I'll put a link for that in the group. Again, this class is free. I do accept donations through my Venmo. Anything you can offer is always appreciated. If nothing at all, your presence is a gift to me. Glad you are all here. What else? Oh, again, I'm in the wonderful space of Jessie Brown of Core Healing Massage and Wellness, and she has a beautiful sauna that I get to go use, and I hope you all get to use it at some point. So sign up, take advantage of that, and if not that, get a massage from her. She books out kind of far because she's so good, but get on her schedule and you won't regret that. Let's see. All right, I will stay on here for like 2 more minutes. Actually, pause. Thank you all so much for bearing with my scatterbrain tonight. And, I think it's a good example that I'm not perfect. I don't have everything together in my life all the time. But we roll with the punches, we do our best, we show up, and even if today my 100% effort looked like this and it's not my highest 100%, I still gave 100%. And all of you did too. So remember that no matter if, you know, what level you're at for the day, if you show up and you give what you can, you gave 100%. So thank you all for bearing with me today, and I appreciate you all. Yes, open to some questions. I will watch the comment section. Let me know what you got for me tonight. And thank you for staying 10 minutes late. I appreciate you all. Oh, Ella's gonna come say hi or bye. Come here, babe. My poor traumatized baby. Oh. You're welcome, Matthew. Oh, I guess I do have one request. One thing that could be a gift for me is if you have any friends or family that want to join, invite them to the group, tell them about this class. That would be awesome. That's all I need from you all. Just spread the word. Aw, you're welcome, Brenda. This is energizing for me, so I'm glad to be here. I just feel sad for her. Look at her. She had a rough day. All right, all. I love you all. Have a good night.